Do you love to try new things like I do? Shout out to Chef Abby. I watched her video on Instagram where she made Koose and I decided to give it a try. I don't know the name in English, so let's just go with the flow. So first I soak beans in water. It's supposed to stay for like few hours, but I was so lazy that I had to wait till the next day. And when I decided to start working on it, I was wondering if everything would turn out well. So I washed the beans, and after washing it, I was like, how do I get all these black eyes out? So I remember that she put it in the blender and then she add a lot of water and she blended just once. So this is me blending it, and after this I just had to sieve out the black eyes and separate it from the rest. This is me showing you how I separated it. I just used a lot of water and mixed with it, and it kind of like separated itself, but it takes a long time for you to get everything out. So this is how it looks like. So I poured it inside the blender again, and I decided to add pepper sauce. So she used fresh pepper, but I had my pepper blended already. It has onions in it. It has salt in it actually, and I just put everything in the blender and I decided to blend it for it to become smooth. In this next step, I added water to it, and I was actually supposed to add just a little water, but I ended up adding a lot of water, and this is supposed to turn out like very thick. After it was done, I realized that the water was a lot. It's supposed to turn out thick, but the water was just too much that I got worried and called my friend, and she was like, "You know what? Why not sieve it? Use a clean white cloth to sieve it, so that the water would come out, like it would squeeze the water out of it." So she helped me with that, and while she was doing that, I decided to chop some onions and add it to it. This is how it looks after the water was squeezed out of it, and it looks perfect. I added some tomatoes and it smells so good, honestly. And I decided to add salt. So whilst I was adding the salt, I remembered that the pepper sauce that I initially added had salt in it. So I was adding the salt to the mixture, and then I remembered, I was like, oh no. So I had to put just a little, and then I left the remaining. Then after I mixed it, I tasted it a little and I realized the salt was perfect. So then I proceeded to clean the pan after it was washed to start frying the whole thing. When the oil was hot enough, I decided to start putting it inside the oil to fry it. And I was so worried. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. But trust me, when I say trust the process, like I mean trust the process. When I saw that it turned out so good, oh my god, look at the color. It looks so good. So I fried the whole thing, and I decided to finish up everything, wash the bowls whilst everything was like frying. And at the end of the day, I had a perfect look. Just look at that. See how beautiful it looks. I don't know if the camera is doing justice to it. This is like the process from when I was frying the remaining. And at the end of the day, I decided to accompany it with eggs. This is a perfect breakfast. But I thought to myself, why not add something else? So I saw this cup, that is the mug, and I was like, let me prepare some tea. you know. So I put it inside and I added my hot water. My mom would love it if you prepare her tea with a big cup like this. She doesn't like taking tea in small mugs. She loves taking her tea in bigger mugs. So when I saw this, I was like, this is perfect. It just reminded me of my mom. So this is how it looks at the end of the day. Perfect breakfast. It looks so good. And this actually takes a lot of time if you want to try it. So if you want to do something like this, you need to be ready for it. Before I ate, I decided to clean up the whole place. I don't like leaving the place messy. I love to come back and see that everything is clean. And if I want to do something else, I will be comfortable like doing it. So I just had to clean the whole place, make sure everything is intact before I picked my food. And oh my god, I loved it. You're invited. And yeah, thank you for staying. Bye.